Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. Thanks for joining in to participate in round 3 of the Holy Waifu Wars. That's right, you the viewers decide the winners in this brutal yet passionate competition. It's totally easy. Just click the link in the description, or right here in the top right of the video, to visit a special post on my Patreon where you can submit your votes. The waifu here have all been randomly selected and paired off into battles. Without further ado, here are the winners from round 2. Wow, I was sweating bullets with this one, but I like the result. In Fight 1, Tifa from Final Fantasy VII beat out Albedo from Overlord, just barely. In Fight 2, Riza Hawkeye from Fullmetal Alchemist beat out Rin Natsume from Little Busters. In Fight 3, Sakura from Fate Extra beat out Kaori Kanzaki from A Certain Magical Index. In Fight 4, Erina Nakini from Food Wars beat out Fuka. In Fight 5, Mizore from Rosario and Vampire beat out Jessica from Dragon Quest VIII. In Fight 6, Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion beat out Salama from Amagi Brilliant Park. In Fight 7, Winry from Fullmetal Alchemist beat out Yui from My Team Romantic Comedy Snafu. In Fight 8, Akeno Himejima from High School DxD beat out Kyo from Clannad. In Fight 9, Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop beat out Eri Ayase from Love Live. And in Fight 10, Dark Magician Girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! Beat out Ochako Uraraka from My Hero Academia. The winners of their respective bouts will each rise up in tier, while the losing waifu remain as far as they've progressed. All tiers will have fights in future rounds of the war. Priority will be given to the ones that got the most votes. Check the comments below for the current waifu rankings. With that out of the way, let's begin round 3, which will introduce us to 16 new waifu, chosen at random from your nominations. Our first round starts off with the adorable Yudachi from the Waifu Fest Kantai collection. This lovely lady is an anthropomorphized ship, more specifically, a Shiratsuyu-class destroyer. I've gotta say, she makes a better girl than a boat, as her graceful blonde hair with a cute little bow complements her uniform fantastically. She's here to blow the competition out of the water. That won't be easy though, as she's up against the fierce Hitagi crab, Senjo Gahara from the Monogatari series. She lost her weight when a crab god stole it from her, and ever since, she's been as cold as ice to those around her. I wouldn't blame her, as her family struggles with debts and a sketchy cult to pay for her medical expenses. Pressure her too much and you'll find a staple to the cheek. But it's worth it, as she's a devout companion with a stellar body. She's awkward and unpredictable, but her love still inevitably shines through. I never thought I'd say this, but Attila the Hun is freaking sexy. Thanks Type Moon for making this awkward. Our second fight features the washboard beauty Altera from the Fate Extra universe. She was originally sent to Earth by the Umbral Star to wipe out all life on the planet, but in light of that she's surprisingly sweet. As she slept for thousands of years, she lived vicariously as Attila, leader of the nomadic Huns. She offers a lot to love, whether as a warrior or a massive titan. Her opponent tonight is Rukia Kuchiki from the seemingly endless anime Bleach. Essentially, she's a soul reaper from Soul Society who hunts down evil spirits called hollows. Sadly, this means she's dead, and fights the hollow as an afterlife of sorts. She has a modest air about her, despite being adopted into nobility. While she's a skilled warrior, she also has a soft side that loves rabbits. This one's a battle of the ages, literally, as both of these extremely youthful girls are actually quite old. First is Rody Mercury from the military fantasy anime Gate. She's an apostle of Emroi, goddess of darkness, war, violence, and death. This gives great definition to her gothic Lolita getup. She's merciless and gets turned on by death. Despite this, she seems to have no trouble garnering a massive fandom. Same goes for the vampiric Shinobu Oshino from the Monogatari series. She's got the body of a loli, but is actually 598 years old. She was once a human princess that was turned into a powerful vampire by the name of Kiss Shot Acerola Orion Heart Underblade. She mostly stays in her loli form, but but looks much more mature and seductive when full vampire. Either way, she's got charm, and earns bonus points for loving Mr. Donut. Damn, I'm hungry. Fight 4 comes out of nowhere, with Machina Chiquinho from Love Live. She's a high schooler from a wealthy family of doctors, but instead pursues her passion for music, driven further when she joins the idol group Muse. She's elegant, intelligent, and quite a bit childish. All traits that help her in writing songs for the group. Her voice is calm and soothing, and I could listen to it all day long. She's up against a waifu that's a bit more adult. That'd be Tamamo no Mae from Fate Extra. She's a kitsune, a fox woman who is blamed for causing the downfall of Emperor Toba. She was born from the sun goddess Amaterasu and served as Toba's mistress until she sprouted her fox ears and was chased out of the land. The foolish humans assumed she must have caused Toba's fatal illness, when all that she really wishes for is to be a good wife to her husband. Good riddance, I say. More busty yet comfortably fluffy caster for the protagonist. Fight 5 is a clash between vile and innocent. First we have Kirika Ueno from the light novel, manga, and anime, Cube Cursed Curious. The story is all about humans possessing cursed tools and the conflicts that arise from them. Kirika has two, Ginstrang's Love and the River of Black Strings. The former lets her survive fatal injuries, but she has to wear it her whole life or it'll kill her. While it's not my place to say, I honestly don't mind. Wow. Indigo and Black never went so well together before. She's up against the innocent airhead prodigy Kotomi Ichinose from Clannad. She's a delightfully gentle and naive library hermit who is timid and easily frightened because she lost her parents in a plane crash. Nevertheless, she's inspired by her parents' research on parallel universes and withholds no expense in her studies. She's sure to open your eyes, mind, and heart, figuratively of course. She's not a mad scientist. Fight 6 continues the trend of talented high schoolers, with Michiru Hyodo from How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. She's an energetic youth with a newly found passion in music, starting an indie band with her friends. She gets roped into composing tracks for her cousin's visual novel project. As far as I'm concerned, she's a guitar goddess without restraint. Competition's stiff though, as she's up against Makoto Nijima from Persona 5. Born into a family of law enforcement, Makoto has a strong sense of justice, which ultimately leads her to join up with the Phantom Thieves as a badass biker babe. She'll kick your ass in a fight and stomp you come exam time. Fight 7's a big one for me. First off, we have Kaede Takagaki from the Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. She's calm, collected, and loves relaxing in hot springs. Who doesn't? Of course, that's when she's sober. Give her some alcohol and she turns sneaky and manipulative. Great thing about her is that for a change, she's not a teenager, but a generally responsible adult with a powerful singing voice. Her opponent is, of course, my personal ultimate waifu, Artoria Pendragon from Fate Stay Night. She is of course what legends describe as King Arthur of Britain, a young girl raised from childhood to save her country from invasion. She sacrifices everything for her people, even seeking the Holy Grail in order to redo history. Yet beneath that stern nobility is a girl who never lived for herself, and now has the chance to find her own happiness in solidarity. Fight 8 brings on some midriff madness, starting with the sultry Judith from Tales of Vesperia. She's a member of the Kritia tribe, and grew up with her father, who was a brilliant Blastia technician. However, he was killed in a great war that utilized his own inventions. Thus, Judith travels the world on her massive Entelecheia, Baul, hunting down her father's Blastia and destroying them. She later joins Yuri and his guild, Brave Vesperia, to further help humanity. She's a sly, mature, independent woman with awesome skill as a spearman. Her opponent is the knowledge-seeking flugel Jibril from No Game No Life. Once a deadly warrior before Disboard became governed by skill in games, she now seeks out knowledge in the form of books, residing in a massive library. She's got a lovely pair of wings sprouting near her hip that also serve as erogenous zones. Oh boy, she's arrogant, but also stays true to her word. I could admire that. Fight 9 lets our top 2 waifu in Tier 1 have a second chance at advancing. Albedo from Overlord faces off against Ranko Kanzaki from the Idolmaster. Albedo was introduced in Round 2, while Ranko made her debut in Round 1. The final fight of the night will have our top Tier 2 waifu competing for that second Tier 3 spot. We have Mizore from Rosario and Vampire up against Chie Satonaka from Persona 4. Mizore made her introduction in Round 2, while Chie first appeared in Round 1. Those are our competitors, folks, and now it's time to vote. Again, click the card in the top right or the link in the description below to hop on over to a special Patreon poll where you can decide the winners. This poll will be up for the next week, but get your votes in early. While you're there, please consider becoming a patron of the channel so it can be financially sustainable and even more prolific. Also, don't forget to subscribe to OtakuDaiKun for more anime lists, reviews, discussions, lore videos, let's plays, and more Holy Waifu Wars. Until next time, celebrate your fandom.